from our time together. I wanted to share with you just some highlights from this book. Over the years, I've been a huge fan of Olivia Newton John, and a number of years ago, before the sad passing of her death, many of her items went to this auction, including the famous leather jacket, I think trousers from the film Grease, but so many more splendid items, and there is a lot in here. But I thought we'd just do a little flip through today, and then maybe in another video I'll actually do it from beginning to end. For those of you that want to see a bit more. What I loved about, and still do, with Olivia Newton John is her beauty inside and out. And certainly her music has been the soundtrack to my life. This auction book is number 195 of just 200 that were printed off. And the pages are gloriously glossy. So I actually haven't had a proper chance to even see this myself. When the auction went live, it was 2019, November the 2nd, 2019. I did actually sit through most of the auction. I think I even bid on a couple of items, but I didn't manage to obtain anything apart from this book. But it's a book and it's paper, so that makes me happy. And the proceeds all went to Olivia Newton John's Cancer Wellness and Research Centre. So I'm just going to grab the book in itself, because I know we have gowns and tops and things from her home, and let's just Tesla. I would love to obtain some of her original lead sheets of music, sheet music. And I think they may have even been some of the items I bid on, including these gold award presented framed items. This one is If You Love Me, Let Me Know. I do love that song. Let Me Be There. Let Me Be There. Wonderful. And an absolute favourite is I Honestly Love You, 1974. I must admit, not all of her dress sense was necessarily my cup of tea, but I thought she always looked amazing. Oops, sorry if that was a bit loud. I mean, these pages are just thick and glossy. I'm just going to, let's just get her albums. Let's see what we can spot together. Some of the program. Look. Olivia Newton John's grease pants and signed photograph. A pair of custom-made stretch satin figure-hugging black high-waist pants worn by Olivia Newton John in the finale of Grease 1978, when she and John Travolta performed You're the One That I Want and We Go Together. The outfit that started it all. I'm so excited to finally be able to, after 41 years, these are Olivia Newton John's words. It's actually very moving. After 41 years, auction this iconic outfit to raise money for my Olivia Newton John Cancer Wellness and Research Centre in Melbourne, Australia. Can't wait to hear who wins. I mean, they're absolutely iconic. Just pull the book. Apparently it says that when she came out dressed like this from the Sweet Sandy, it was the first time that John Travolta had actually seen her, and their facial expressions were very genuine. It was a fantastic movie moment. Let's see what it says. Had gold tone clasps to fasten the belt. This is the only one pair of pants prepared for and used in the production. And the pants were vintage even at the time of production in the late 1970s. And she did have to be sewn into them to accomplish Sandy's shocking bad girl transformation. Olivia Newton John explains her view of the character in this extract from her memoir, Don't Stop Believing. I've actually got that. I've read about a third of it. I just need more time to continue it, but I'm really enjoying it. It says here, this is her words. You could call this a tale of two Sandys. You see, I never thought of my role in Grease as only playing one character. Even back when I did the screen test, I knew that I was reading Sandy number 1, as I like to call her. After weeks of filming, she came easily to me because most of us have Sandy number 1 in us. But we all have a little bit of Sandy number 2. Number 2 smoked, wore black leather and high heels, and wrapped her legs around a boy as he danced her through the grounds of the high school. Sandy number 2 was deliciously wild, and there was a great build-up of excitement inside me to finally bring her to life. The first step was the costume department. It was decided that Sandy number 1 would have to ditch the poodle skirts and prim high collars and wear all black, leaving nothing to the imagination. Albert Wolski didn't disappoint. He found these body-hugging, high-waist, skin-tight black shark-skin pants even better than leather. They were actually from the 1950s. They were so old, and there was just one pair, so there was no room for error. One rip and disaster. When I tried on those pants for the first time, the zipper was broken, and Albert didn't want to rip them trying to put in a new one or remove the old one, and instead I'd be sewn into them each morning. My first thought after hearing this complex fashion fix was, what if I need to go to the toilet? On the most memorable moments of my entire career was first time I stepped out of the wardrobe trailer in full Sandy number 2 mode to show Randall Kleiser, the film director. When I say we went full out, it is an understatement. I had the sexy curly hair, thank you to Arthur Johns, thick black eyeliner and mascara galore. My lips were slathered in bad girl red lipstick, my top was squeezed tight, and my legs and behind were poured into those trouser pants. Tell me about it, stud. Indeed. Now, they were estimated to go to auction for about $40,000 to $60,000, but I think actually they ended up going for an awful lot more. Let me just move this across. Just iconic. And bits I've read, I think like many men, he took it's a Knicky, isn't it? Took a shine to Olivia Newton John and Rizzo. I really liked her song in the film. I think it's There's Worse Things I Can Do. I actually have the original vinyl from the film still, so maybe on one of my videos I can share that with you if you'd like that. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to share that with you. Many have tried to portray her in the films. I think Delta Goodrem is very similar. But to say Olivia Newton John was absolutely unique, I think she really was. And the shows in London and around the world are fantastic, but just in my opinion, there is only one, or was one, Olivia Newton John. But as much as I enjoyed Grease, and I certainly did, I was 8 years old, and it literally started off this relationship that I had with Olivia Newton John over the years, but I particularly liked her country music, as well as A Little Bit More Love that came out after the Grease film. And I remember she was wearing a pink outfit. Let me see if I can find that in a moment. But oh yeah, I would love to get hold of one of these with the I Honestly Love You, or to be honest, any one of her songs. This pink outfit was for the premiere of Grease. Very much styled more on Sandy number 1 as opposed to Sandy number 2, as she called it. Olivia Newton John vintage type, Hopelessly Devoted to You. It was expected to go for $600 to $800. And I would like that as well. I would like actually a lot of this. And how wonderful is this? I hope this is still relaxing for you, because I has You're the One That I Want, handwritten lyrics signed by Olivia Newton John and John Travolta. And they were such good friends. Never in a relationship, because at the time she was in a relationship, as was John Travolta, but I like to think that there was just something very special between them. But how wonderful is that? A page of handwritten lyrics for the song You're the One That I Want, John for again estimated to go for $1,000 to $2,000, but as I say, this was 2019. And from my recollection of watching the auction, many items went for an awful lot more. And I guess since her passing, things will be just worth that bit more. I just think it's still so incredibly sad that she died. I did actually write a little letter or a poem or something. I did actually record, I think, in another video. But how fantastic are these? And then a selection of signed items. I mean, I have the vinyl, I have it not signed. But that was estimated to go for $400 to $600. There we are, the Platinum Grease soundtrack. I might even have a look, see if I can see any of these. I would love one. And her shoes, signed Grease rehearsal dance shoes. And Olivia Newton John People's Choice Award certificates. I mean, she was just so loved and so popular by male and female. And just wonderful, wonderful music. Ah, look, the Pink Ladies. That's the signed poster from the film, and John Travolta there. I think in the film, when he sung Grease Lightning, originally I think it was written for Kaneki, but John Travolta wanted to sing it. I loved him in Saturday Night Fever as well. But there you are, Olivia Newton John Grease Pink Ladies jacket. It was estimated at the auction to go between $2,000 and $4,000. A custom Pink Ladies jacket presented to Olivia Newton John by the cast and crew of Grease in 1978. The bowling style jacket is monogrammed Sandy to the front and Pink Ladies to the verse. A label that reads bowler shirt and uniform LA is present, and it's a small size. Oh, that's her scrapbook. I must at some point do again a journal and stickers. I haven't done one little while. I've got an older video that I'll be sharing again soon. Because as you know, I love my paper and my stickers, but this is Olivia Newton John's 1978 scrapbook with press clippings housed and a large box and a label that reads Olivia. Oh wow. I mean, yes, these lead sheets of Olivia Newton John. Summer Nights. That was an embellishment worn by Olivia Newton John to the Grease premiere 20th anniversary event in Hollywood in 1998. Once in concert in London, but it was only a couple of years before her passing. I enjoyed it, but I think at the time she was going on medications and things, and she, in my mind, didn't look to look or remember her so, but her voice was still magnificent, and I don't think I spoke all the way through. I was just mesmerised. But I saw her on TV and a couple of things after that, and I think some of the bloatedness around her face had gone down. But I'm so pleased I caught her, just to see her live. This is the pink outfit where she brought out the song Totally Hot and a little bit more love, and it was from her Totally Hot World Tour album. And again, when I was younger, I had a Betamax. I know, Betamax video of her in concert, and I must have worn it out, playing it over and over again, and it covered all her songs from her Xanadu, her Country, the Totally Hot tour, obviously Grease and Physical. And she was so energetic on stage, so beautiful in her voice and her outfits. And she had a lovely little black dress that twinkled with boots on, and just wonderful. Such pretty hair. And that smile, goodness me. And her albums. It's strange that film with John Travolta there, Two of a Kind, wasn't a success, and I just think they had such big shoes to follow. And in fact, even the Xanadu film wasn't a success, but the music with ELO most definitely was. Some of her gems. I know her favourite colour was orange. I think I actually may have bid on one of her watches, because I think it may have been this one, because I liked it that it had hope written on the back. I would have so liked that. My goodness. But it didn't. It was estimated to go between $200 and $400, and it went for a lot more. So that's an insight. But if you'd like me to, oh, it's just wonderful. Go through it. There we are, orange, as I said, in more detail. I would be absolutely delighted to. Because it has things from her home and her life and her aunt.